Check YouTube. A lot of people are here, which is great.
Woo.
I always have to reload YouTube like 4 times for it to work. Okay, we are live. Okay, I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves in a moment, but first I'm just going to say hi to people in the chat because we are a little late. So, hello, Crow. Hi, Miguel. Miguel is working on homework, different time zone. Also been planning videos for YouTube channel. Cool. Try and wake up and figure out what to get done for the day. Aw, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather yesterday, but I hope you're feeling better today. Hi, Mercurial, Amelia, Alvin, Regina, Bree, Nina, Autumn, Allie, Simon, Carrie was excited by the thumbnail. Kelly was in the chat. Klacha's too tired to write today. That's okay. I think I'm almost done with the comments. Wanted to get some alpha reading done, but I'm sorry to hear you're having computer problems. Yes. I am now fully vaccinated. Yesterday was hell, but today seems back to normal. So that's good. And hello, Petra. Okay, so now that I've done that, let's introduce ourselves alphabetically. So Jordan, Kelly, Maddie, and then, me.
Yeah.
You all know.
Hello, everyone. It's been forever since I've done one of these. I am Jordan, writer, barista, and collector of mugs. And yes, I've been so busy this past year with work. So I haven't gotten too much done in terms of writing, but I'm slowly getting back into outlining Project Daisy. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yay.
Yay. I'm just excited to see your face because it's been like forever since I've seen your face.
So long. Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
Hello, my name is Kelly. I am a fantasy writer, domestic goddess, which is a fancy way of saying I'm a stay-at-home mom and wife, and on occasion I captain the Hot Mess Express. And I don't know what else to add on to that. I recently returned to the YouTube space. I took a short break. So it's good to be back and be among friends. So.
My turn. Oh, hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Happy Easter. Because I forgot, and I hope my mom's not mad at me. I'm Maddie. I'm a writer, actor, and cat mama. I have been really bad about the whole YouTube stuff lately, and I apologize for that. It's been forever since I've done one of these. So I'm just excited to be here. I'm working on homework today. I'm not doing anything fancy or awesome. But it's just nice to be with people again. Like it's
nice. Welcome all my co-hosts. YouTube's been a bit tough for me too lately because I'm also in school like Maddie. So for those of you who don't know me, but I'm pretty sure from who I saw in the comments, everyone does. But my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of 4, soon to be 5 books. 3 are young adult paranormal romance. 1 is new adult sci-fi romance. And the next one coming out on Tuesday, so in 2 days, people, is the second book in the new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. The second book is more sci-fi than romance. And the third book is going to be like live up to the name sci-fi romance, like in equal parts. But yeah, the first one was more romance. The third one will be equal, and the second one's, took me a bit, but that's just how the story's been going. Today, I think I am going to be working on my novel during the stream, but then after I have to switch over to homework and read like a whole manuscript in one day. So I have enough time to do the other writing stuff.
Oh.
It's only 300 pages. It'll be fine, but I just...
Only 300.
Only 300.
Well, I read 400 and a 300 one back to back for 2 other classes. No, not for 2 other classes. One was for a class and one was for a job application. Although I'm pretty sure I didn't get the job because I haven't heard back, but whatever.
You tried, and that's what counts.
Yeah. What job application has that many pages?
It was for a literary internship. So they always make you read a manuscript and write a reader's report to be like, can you do the job? And the answer is yes, I can do the job. It's just
That makes sense.
got it.
Yeah.
I'm over here with like my work experience. I'm like, the bakery application was 1 page. A little bit different, obviously.
I would love to be like a character reference for someone applying for a bakery. It's like, can they cook? I'll be like, well, I've tested it, and yes.
Oh, let me put in this code. Oh, I forgot to see what I'm working on today. I am working on Curse Breaker.
Yay.
3A.
I am sharing the link in the chat. I just didn't want to share the link in the chat while we were giving our introductions.
Oh, this is a cute one. Who picked this one?
Also, during my intro, I forgot to share like my physical covers, my physical books.
Oh,
But you can
so
get them all
pretty.
from my Ko-fi shop, which is linked down below for a signed copy. And then I just got the proof copy for the upcoming one. How that drawer just fell on my foot. That very heavy drawer.
Oh, that looks so good.
Awesome.
So I'm very excited for that. I need to hit publish on the print book. So I'm going to do that during the first sprint because I forgot to do that yesterday.
Woo.
It looks like a lot of people are in the forest room. So we're going to start in 3. Just a second. Sorry. Gotta get the timer up. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do?
I've got 2 sticky notes done.
Cool.
Well, I started reading, rereading the chapter I thought that I wrote last, and I realized partway through that I was in the chapter I finished and not the chapter I started. So I was reading 5, but I actually started 6. So like halfway through, I had to switch. So I'm almost done reading chapter 6, what I wrote, so that way I know what I need to write to finish.
Gotcha. How's the homework coming?
I'm trying a new tactic with this textbook. So I'm going through and highlighting things and then going back and taking notes to see if the information sticks. Because this is supposed to be a criminology class. It is much more like a business class, and I know nothing about business. So I just went through probably 3 or 4 pages because I'm a slow reader, especially when business is involved.
But no more legal briefs?
Oh, I still have legal briefs. Actually, fun fact, the legal briefs have become my most favorite homework assignment now. I love writing legal briefs now. I hate everything else.
Holy shit.
I know, right?
I was not expecting to ever hear those words come out of your mouth.
I wasn't either, but this is where the other classes have put me this semester.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
What are you going to school for?
Criminology.
Ooh, interesting.
It can be. We're not learning about business.
I wonder why you have to have that thrown in.
It's supposed to be a management, a criminal justice management class, but he's given us 2 textbooks, and only one textbook focuses on management in the context of law enforcement agencies. The other one is just a straight up business textbook. So
well, I feel like there wouldn't be many business books on law enforcement.
Yeah,
management. I think that's a pretty small niche.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a required class. I have to take it. I don't want to take it.
How far into or I guess how many more semesters do you have?
I have to take 2 more classes over the summer, and then I'm done.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
After I finish this semester, I have 2 more full semesters, but I'm actually going to do 2 classes over the summer so that my final semester next spring will be half as crazy, because I have to take 2 classes in my final semester. I have to take the capstone project where I create a publishing business, business plan, financials, everything.
Wow.
And then I also have to take the part 2 of multimedia financial analysis. And that's always a headache for me. So I was I'd rather just have those 2 classes alone, rather on top of even fun classes that I would enjoy, just have less work.
Yeah.
At the same time. So
you know what I don't miss? College. Jordan, do you miss college?
I was just thinking that. I'm just yeah, I'm really glad I'm very far out of that.
I can't wait for that day. I've been dreaming of just giving the big finger to my school and being I'm out, I'm done.
Oh no, I was dreaming of being done with undergrad for forever. I was once I'm done with undergrad, I'm done. And then in 2019, I had my awesome internship, and both my bosses were one is a teacher, and I have him this semester now, and he's the one I have to read the 300-page manuscript for. And his assistant, who had hired me and is now an agent in his own right, was an alumni of the grad school program I'm in. And they're both have you ever thought of grad school? And I'm well, no, not really. And they're well, because NYU is a publishing program, and it's really good, and it's great for making connections. And, we could write a recommendation if you applied. And I'm I went to my mom and I was so they said I don't need it because no one needs grad school to get hired in publishing, but it's very good for connections. She's well, you have to apply. And then I got in, and I'm well, God damn it. But I do like it. I actually do like grad school. It's just last week was hell for me because I knew I was getting the vaccine on Friday, and I thought I'd be out of commission on Friday, but it turns out I was out of commission yesterday instead. And I like messaged my teachers and I was like, so I'm getting this, like, can you maybe like give me an extension? And a lot of them were like, we can't really. And I'm like, everyone knows the vaccine like knocks you out for like a day. Come on, people. So instead I was like doing homework. I have a big assignment due for all 4 of my classes this week. Ooh. So I did all like 3 of them like this past week on top of the homework that was already due for last week. I was just like,
This reminds me of like 4th year. I had I think I took 6 courses in my 4th year in order to graduate on time. And yeah, so 3 of them were 4th year. 1 of them was 3rd year. And I think I had like 3 4th years, 2 3rd years, and a 2nd year that I needed. That was like one of like the mandatory ones that you had to graduate. Yeah. That I didn't realize until last minute. Oh. And that 2nd year one was technically like a 9 credit course, so it's like a course and a half kind of thing. It was great. But I remember for all of my 4th year classes and one of my 3rd year, I had a major final essay due like every week. My last one was a 30-page essay that was worth like 50% of my grade.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't think any of my professors have gone that crazy. At least I hope.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. Well, I was a history major, English minor. So
oh, that's a lot of writing.
That's why.
I was about to say, I think we have to do a lot of like reports, or what are they called? Not like the legal briefs, but like we have to do a lot of not reports, research papers. That's what it is. Ooh, we have to do a lot of like research paper on like different crimes and stuff. Like I have one class where it's like, oh gosh, we have to choose a crime that happened in our area and then apply all these different theories of justice to the crime and all the different outcomes that could have come from the like due process or whatever. And I'm just like, I didn't know there were like 6 different theories of justice. This is going to be a killer paper. I don't want to write this.
That actually sounds really cool.
It's cool. I just hate the research part of it.
See, the research part is my favorite.
Would be fun for me. I just probably wouldn't want to have to actually write it at the end. But my roommate, who's in China, she decided she wanted to write an honors thesis. Like she didn't have to; she decided to, and now she's really regretting it because it has to be like a 60 to 80-page paper. And I'm like, oh, bless her. And she's like, "Why did I do this?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why did you?"
I love like all your guys' like your little I don't want to say horror stories about school, and I'm over here with my education degree. Like, don't even get me started because the education system in the United States is so broken. And Crow's over here like, y'all want to make me go back to school, and I'm like, oh honey,
don't do it, don't do it,
don't do it,
don't do it. If you want, you can learn a lot of skills from Masterclass, Udemy, and Skillshare, but do not go back to like
college.
School.
Skillshare is great. I wish I just
don't do it. Don't do anything for a grade again if you're beyond that point. It's not worth it unless you're like, I want a PhD, in which case
it's
okay, but like it's
no, it is not worth it for your mental health. It is not worth it for your wallet. It is just don't do it. There are so many other great ways you can learn new things online.
Especially now because of the pandemic and more people have been putting stuff like on these websites.
I know.
Okay. I'm just going to
seriously
go through the progress. Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Kelly?
So like PhD, that's doctor, right? That's whenever people can address you as doctor. Could you imagine Dr. Crow?
That sounds like an awesome comic book character.
That does, yes.
It makes me think.
I want to see that in the next Batman issue.
What am I thinking of? The plague doctors. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with like the funky mask thingies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bird that was supposed to protect them.
Yeah, and they put like herbs and stuff.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put cotton in the beak.
I'm setting the scene. This is Dr. Crow in a post-apocalyptic world where I need piece of paper. Hold on.
I need this on my shelf. I need so many things on my shelf, but this is definitely like up there.
Carrie, what's the post about? I'm curious. Bree, what was the card? If you're okay with sharing. Allie was doing mommy duties and wrote 2 sentences, half a scene revised. Ooh, that's awesome. Was able to move a bit of dialogue to where it needed to be. Oh, that reminds me. I have a scene that came to me for a different store that I need to write down. I thought of it while I was in the shower, and then I totally forgot because I had to take care of my dog this morning. 225 words for Crow. Awesome. Kissing scene, and it's rough because I hardly write kissing. Oh, see, kissing scenes are easy for me to write. I've only written romance. 260 words. Had a weirdest dream. I dreamt I started up a computer server for profit. I mean, in this day and age.
Yeah, why not? Why
not? Oh my gosh, Bree, nervous laughs.
I know. I saw Bree's. Now I feel bad.
Oh no.
Wait, breakfast is ready and I need to prepare mentally.
You know what? If it's right for you, it's right for you, Bree. Go for it.
Approved. Erase all of chapter 20. I'm so sorry.
That sucks, girl.
Oh no.
F's in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Still editing the entire sequel. Really weird dream. What the heck is a toonie?
You're talking about Looney Tunes?
It's a $2 coin. Oh. It has polar bears on it.
Cute work.
It's Canadian then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I can grab one to show you.
It's a Canadian thing then?
I've never heard of a toonie before. I thought it was like a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I thought, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, or something. Hi, Sam.
I can't really see the polar bear on that one.
You want to come say hello?
See the shiny one. Like this.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
A polar bear. Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
hi. Why? Hi, everybody. Hi. She is. I don't want to be held right now.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
All right, you're free. You're free.
You're free.
Have you watched Bree's video, her newest one? I felt so bad. The freaking
I haven't yet. Like I said, I was going through school hell, and then I went through like kind of just school health hell yesterday.
That's right. Excuse my memory, pregnant brain over here. but yeah, poor Bree. The state of Pennsylvania really just screwed her.
Oh boy.
Bree, do you need me?
Queen of Pentacles. I mean, maybe Pentacles. Maybe save your money for a bit longer before you decide to go to grad school. Weekly goals on Patreon. Cool.
Love that.
Have you watched Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Maddie, or are you still boycotting it?
I am boycotting it because I am a firm believer that Salem needs to be a sassy bleep of a cat.
But if you reached season 4, you'd get that. And he is a sassy bleep of a cat. It's just top for the first
arc. He has character arc, like all characters. Has to get there.
Well, he was my favorite character in the original show. That's hence why my cat's name is Salem.
I know, but if you've watched season 4, you will understand why I find the phrase "void cat" hilarious. Bree knows.
I if he's there, he has to say something. He has to talk.
You know what? Start with season 4 then.
Do not start with season 4. Hell no.
Is this where I confess I've never watched the original, but I have watched the newer one?
I wasn't allowed to watch the original, so
I
I watched clips, so I know exactly the Salem you're talking about.
I've watched some of the original, but but the time that I got around to watching some of the original, it just seems so silly that I couldn't get as into it.
That was the
But
whole
I
point
really
of it.
love the new one.
I watched a lot of shows that were kind of similar to Sabrina. I say similar. The time frame is different, but I would watch kind of the old what is it? I did watch Charmed, but also I would watch things on TV Land, back when TV Land actually had all the old shows like Gilligan's Island, Hogan's Heroes, and sometimes they throw Sabrina and stuff into that mix. Sometimes that would be on, or it would be on right after on a different channel. I don't think my mom knew I was watching it, but
it is definitely not 2-year-old friendly content.
No.
With
I can't imagine that any Netflix original is. True. Unless it's
definitely not Bridgerton, but for a different reason. But let's see, you have Satanism, which could be 2-year-old friendly, but the cannibalism probably isn't, and the sacrificial murder, and some other stuff. Probably not.
So I'd imagine that Lucifer is also probably not 2-year-old friendly.
Well, the show Lucifer isn't. The Lucifer in this one is not the most. Is more 2-year-old friendly than a lot of other stuff in the Sabrina show.
Wait, Lucifer is in Sabrina?
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Wait a second. Wait. But it's not like Lucifer.
No, different actor.
Okay, different Lucifer. So not the fun one.
It's not Tom Ellis. No, it's not a Netflix crossover.
Dang it. That would have been awesome.
Not the fun Satan. The other Satan.
Yeah.
Well, there's Lucifer and there's Satan. That's how I keep them separate in my mind. Because Tom Ellis is Lucifer, and then this other actor is Satan.
Okay.
Listen, I gotta tell y'all something funny real quick because we're talking about Lucifer and stuff. Obviously, I'm pregnant again, but it is a girl. We were talking about if we had twin boys, we were going to name one Leah. We didn't have another twin, another boy name picked out, and I was like, shit. What do? We live in a very Christian area, to give y'all some background. However,
I know the baby's name. That's why I'm already laughing.
Yeah, I straight up told one of my family members, very deadpan in the face, I'm like, yeah, if we have twin boys, because my dad is a twin, so it wasn't unlikely. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm thinking Leo and Lucifer, and we'll call him Lil Louie. He'll be so cute. And then she straight up was like, Kelly, no. And I was like, yeah, it'll be so cute. And she's like, that poor kid will get so made fun of. I'm like, no one's gonna mess with Lucifer.
No, no one would.
And she was like, I'm going to take that boy to church and maybe he'll become a pastor. And I was like, you know what? That'd be great. Pastor Lucifer. I'm here for it.
Father Lucifer will be delivering the sermon today.
We're having a little girl though, and her name is, we're going to go for Lucy. So
if you want to get biblical, Lucifer means light bringer. So technically, that's why the name Lucifer isn't bad. If you named your kid Satan, on the other hand, a lot of people would be like, why did you name your kid the king of hell?
Yeah, Lucifer, I told her, I'm like, well, it just means light bringer, light. And that's what my kid's going to be. And she was like, no. And I was like, the area, it's okay. I love my family though.
Yeah.
There was a thing that I saw that someone had taken a picture of it on the and then posted it on Tumblr, and then it became someone had shared the image from Tumblr. But it was a how some churches have those signs outside with the letters that you can change and whatnot. I don't know what those signs are called, but I always I like the type of sign. I obviously don't like what a lot of churches write. But this one said Lucifer was the first one to demand equal rights, and someone commented, I don't know if this is anti-equal rights or pro-Satan, and then someone reblogged it and said, "Hail Satan" with
Zelda.
Aunt Zelda from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I was like, yeah.
I love it.
That is a weird thing to put on
that's really weird.
on your thing. Like, I love the churches that like will have jokes on their signs. Like, those are hysterical. But then you see some and you're like, huh. Like, actually, we were walking through
I promise we're gonna sprint soon. Everyone will
Yeah.
45-minute mark.
my husband and I were walking through Old Town yesterday, and there's a church, you know, they're getting ready for Easter and everything. So it's like he has died, he has risen, he will be here, meet him in person tomorrow at the, and I'm like, Jesus is gonna be here tomorrow? Like, what? Is this like a Santa Claus situation? You sit on his lap and tell him what you want for Easter? Like, it's so weird.
Listen, I got some jokes that my sister-in-law told me that I will tell you guys off stream because I don't want to like. It was funny.
Sensibilities of AuthorTube.
Yes, like we were talking because obviously, like, not Christian. Yes, I've seen stickers like that on cars where I live.
Yes.
I love that.
I feel like text if you want to meet him. It's like, I know they're telling you not to text and drive, but this sounds like it's encouraging
I think
a car crash so that they would meet their maker.
Oh man, I think that's hilarious.
Yes.
But today, my sister-in-law messaged me. The one joke I can tell that isn't like too crazy is
type it in the private chat.
I'll do the other one, the private chat. But this one, she just messaged me. She's like, "Happy Zombie Jesus Day." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "That's what he is. He's a zombie. He comes back."
I mean, technically, yes.
And I was like, "What?"
I would say yeah. The first zombieism.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok, and it was the two people like, "Oh, there's a full moon on on Easter this year. You know what that means?" And the person's like, "Werewolf Jesus."
That's so good.
Oh, it was great. I sent it to my family's group chat. We needed to know this.
That's hilarious. I love that.
It was so funny. I was also very tired when I watched it too, so I'm laughing so hard, like I'm crying.
Okay. It looks like a lot of people are.
Me too, Crow. Me too.
Oh, you should have. You should have posted it. Bree.
I was gonna wear my necromancy shirt today, but I opted for a floral dress instead.
It's cute.
I love it. I probably would have loved the other one too. So I'm not saying I love this, you made the right choice. I'm saying I love this, you didn't make a wrong choice.
Could you imagine Sarah just be like, "Yeah, you gotta go change"?
I mean, if I could say that to anyone, it would be her. But like, I wouldn't make you do that.
No, listen, Sarah and I were talking yesterday. We were going to get on early and chat, and I was going to be like, "Girl, I don't know what I'm wearing today. Help me."
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm dog sitting at my mom's house, so I had to be like, she only lives like 4 minutes away from me, so like I could have gone home and grabbed something else, but I'm like, okay, what can I wear that I don't normally get to wear? And answer is a white shirt.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. that's the end of the second sprint. How do people do?
I have possibly figured out the catalyst. Debating.
I got 499.
Woo!
Nice. I got through like maybe 2 or 3 pages. This stuff is really dry, y'all. Let me tell you.
I bet.
Oh my gosh! But I'm like, while I'm reading, I'm like daydreaming of mostly of the screenplay that I'm trying to write. I'm like, can I just work on that for like 5 minutes so I can stop reading this business nonsense?
What's up with Hades and Persephone?
Hades and Persephone, I'm going to get back to, I think, as soon as school is over, because when I dive back in, I want to just go through it and get it done. So that's my goal, is I'm like kind of taking notes of things that I want to do. But as soon as I have the time that I feel like I need for it, I'm jumping right back into it because I miss them.
Because I'm happy about your screenplay, but I'm like,
I know.
Persephone are gone.
Yes, no, Hades and Persephone are still a thing. They still exist, and I still want to do the idea for the companion that I was telling you about. So that is all still in the plan. It's just Hades and Persephone because screenplays are easier to kind of work on, I feel like, than novels, in my opinion, just because it's like there's just a little bit less that goes into a screenplay naturally for a different medium. Yeah. So like it's easy for me to sneak in a few lines of the screenplay. If I sit down and work on Hades and Persephone, it could be hours, and I'm like, I just have so much work, I can't work on it right now. But
tell me more about this, because I love Greek mythology, and like, are you doing a retelling? Like, what's your spin on it?
So this is Hades and Persephone's story from the perspective of Persephone. So the book is kind of, well, it's kind of goes back and forth. So it's mostly from her perspective, but you kind of get like little snippets of Hades throughout it. And it's sort of like I guess you could call it like it's a romance, but it's not like crazy. But it's kind of my take on their story, because I've always loved Hades and Persephone, and I've always loved Hades because I thought that he is the most chill out of all the freaking Greek gods. So
listen, me and my sister-in-law were talking about this yesterday because I was making a comparison to Zeus, and I hate Zeus.
I think everyone hates Zeus.
Yeah. And I was like, I hate Zeus. And
his siblings and his wife hate Zeus, and his wife is also a sibling, so she doubly hates him.
So it's like I hate Zeus, and we were talking about Poseidon. I'm like, I don't even like Poseidon, and he's like, I'm a Pisces.
Poseidon did some really messed up shit to poor Medusa, so
I'm angry at him. Man. But then we were talking about Hades. I'm like, you know what? At least Hades, he did his job. He didn't cheat on his wife. And then I giggled. I'm like, but he kidnapped her.
To be fair, that's like the worst thing that he did.
Like, that's his worst thing. Like, oh yeah, he just like looking at
that's the only bad thing he did. He got the short straw, literally.
Seriously,
he kidnapped his niece/wife, but in Maddie's book, it's not totally his fault.
No, I did take some liberties with that. I did sort of change that up a little bit. Also, fun fact, the only people who are explicitly related in my book are Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. That's it. Everybody else, you're just like, whatever, they're not related. Because I don't want any of that.
What was it? Oh,
brothers that
like at least Hades also gave people chances to get out of the underworld. Like there was a lot of people. Like he was trying to be lenient. He would play with the idea.
He wasn't lenient, but he was like, you know what? You appeal to my wife, and I'm wrapped around her little finger. So like, I'm not gonna say no because that'll piss her off.
And that's the other thing.
Happy wife means happy life.
Yeah, but he also has like respect for her. Like he values her opinion and takes her choices or her decisions into account when he's making his own. And all the other gods are just like
out there. He's the best husband in Greek mythology out there, but among humans, demigods and gods, because we know the god husbands are shit. Hercules murdered his family.
Yeah.
And we have, humans who, like, Agamemnon sacrificed his daughter, which royally pissed off his wife. And then, he took mistress, and then the wife, murdered him and the mistress, which, some might say was unjustified.
Turnabout fair play.
Yeah, you know what? I respect her.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Greek mythology and stuff. Like, it's what Percy Jackson's what opened me up to it way back when. So then I actually started reading the actual stories, and I was like, oh, this is great. Like, just love it.
But I don't know. Like, I mean, Hades. Yeah. Okay. So Hades did the one thing, and it's kind of not cool. Like, I get that.
But it's so, like, whenever you compare it to Zeus.
Yeah, it's so
Zeus,
inconsequential.
I mean, Zeus is a straight up bleep hole in my. Or wait, which part of that are you actually supposed to bleep? Are you supposed to bleep the hole or the?
No, you either one.
You got it right. You got it right. Yeah,
You got it right.
He's just not nice. So I'll say that he is not nice in my story because he's not nice in mythology.
No, he's not.
He's a terrible person, god thing. He's
He's a toddler who has control of lightning and thunder.
Yeah. And he basically rigs it so that he gets
of course, and he sticks
command of everything. And
everywhere.
Hades, poor cinnamon roll, my dark cinnamon roll Hades is forced into this dark, dingy place that he didn't even want in the first place.
Is Hades older than Poseidon?
I think okay, so here's the weird thing. So Hades was actually born first, if we're talking about like the origin with like and Rhea.
Yeah.
It went Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus. But
Zeus was obviously last because that was the whole thing.
Right. But so Zeus then, because she hid him and he grows up and then he kills Kronos. So the reverse order is then Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. So in that sense, Hades is actually the youngest. But he was originally
born of a female first.
Yes. Yeah, but he reemerged as like a god last of the big three.
Yeah.
Which I'm like,
did him dirty.
I know, right? My poor dark cinnamon roll is just always done dirty in mythology. I'm like, someone give this poor guy a hug, please. Like somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a cinnamon roll. So it's someone who, I don't even know. Someone else.
It is someone who is too precious for this earth and needs to be protected.
Here's the thing, is that when you have the stereotypical trope of like grumpy pants and like ray of sunshine together, normally a cinnamon roll is like someone who is a grump on the outside, but is really like too pure for this world. So
it needs to be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
So that's Hades.
I'm loving this though. I can't wait to see where this goes, Madeline.
I'm excited to see where it goes too.
I want to read your book now. You got me on.
I turned her on to Hades Town, and because I found out that she was writing this, and I was like, you need to listen to this musical.
I love Hades Town. I actually finished the second draft listening to that album. I love it.
I did.
I love it. Hi, Salem. Do you want to come say hi again?
Hi, Lizzie.
Sorry, she's talking to me and I don't know what she wants. He usually means like actual cinnamon roll.
And Kelly goes by Mama Roll and briefly had a stream with RP Winter, Cinnamon Roll.
Yeah, we were doing Cinestreams because we were working on our co-written project, and I got dubbed Mama Roll because Internet Parent saw it as fit, and I was like, cool. But I have actually made homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch. They take forever, but they are so delicious.
Oh, jealous.
Wait, Brie, what's yours? I want in on that.
Oh, Brie, you told me about this, and I'm a terrible friend because I have forgotten. gosh, I don't know.
I laugh because I'm the same way. It's okay.
I forget.
I'm the weirdo who remembers people's stories, even if they're not like fully done. Okay, we're gonna start our next 20-minute sprint
Yes. My purple wisteria tree.
in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Sorry. I was petting my puppy.
Yeah, my puppy's whining at me because he's like, usually we go for a walk at this time.
Aww.
Puppies.
Yeah, he's an old boy.
Aw. I just have 2 cats who have like an hour of neediness, and then for the rest of the time, they don't want anything to do with you.
I'm also on Team Cat, I guess.
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Dog and then cat.
Yeah.
Team dog. There. Mhm.
So
Yeah,
how
he's
many
very set on his routine. He knows how long our normal walking routes. So like he'll nudge whoever's walking him, he'll nudge their hand, be like, "Are we turning here? Are we going for a long walk?"
Oh, such a good
So
boy.
cute.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Like me.
Riley turned 9 on Friday.
Oh wow.
He still looks like a puppy.
Yep. Ours is, I think he's 11. He's 11. He's lumpy,
Oh.
but still acts like a puppy.
Aww.
Mhm.
They're still babies. They're only like 1, I think. 1 in, what is it, April? 1 in like 3 months or something like that.
Oh wow.
They're still
Yeah.
babies.
Damn, I have one who is 5 or gonna be 5 this fall, and then I have my other younger one is 3,
Oh.
and they both still act like possessed demons.
Honestly, I don't think cats ever outgrow that stage.
Yeah. Well, it depends because I have before I moved out of my parents' house, we had 2 cats. And I mean, they're still there. They're fine. They're fat, but they're fine. But
Fat, but they're fine. That could
Lyra, okay, they're part Maine Coon, but Lyra looks like she ate a watermelon. Like she is just a giant like thing.
Yes.
Like, she
I
is.
love that.
Our cat over there, Nymph, you can barely see her, but she is huge. And everyone's like, that's the biggest cat I've ever seen. I'm like, she's part Maine Coon.
Yes, dude, Maine Coons are. Yeah, Lily and Lyra are like that same size.
Yeah,
love
like
that.
I'm gonna go grab my baby.
Yes, they are huge. But when they were kittens, they were like, "Oh, I love you, and I'm gonna snuggle with you, and I love you so much." And then they turned into teenagers, and now they're like, "We don't need you, Mom. Go away. You don't spend time with me, so I don't love you." It's like, well, you don't spend time with me, so what am I supposed to do?
Oh, it's a baby.
Puppy.
Yes.
I'm so sleepy. She's always sleeping when I am streaming, even though like she has a full night's sleep up in the morning between like I don't know, like 7 and 9, and then when I'm streaming, she's like, I'm sleeping. So she always looks at me like, you woke me up. How dare you? And I'm like, well, I brought you on for your adoring fans, but she doesn't understand the screen thing. So she thinks that I'm a meanie who wakes her up randomly.
She has a secret life we don't know about, like Perry the Platypus.
This is
Dog cam. Oh,
so cute.
He was. I did have the deck open, like just like the screen on, but it's a little chilly to keep it open. But he usually will just kind of like sit there, his paws crossed, just like sniffing out the screen.
I love when they sit with their paws crossed.
that's what Salem does sometimes. She'll put her paws over. It's so
Something that's really cute that I was kind of nervous about was you all know how young children are with animals. Right. Okay. Yeah, Luna doesn't care, and I love it because she's just so used to the cats that like she'll be sitting on the couch watching the show, and Nymph, the big Maine Coon, she's like Maine Coon Siamese, so she's like huge. 15 pounds at least, and she's out there with my daughter who is 18 pounds. She's just like rubbing up against her and just giving her all the love and stuff. And I'm like, I'm so happy my cat's like my kid, and that my kid just doesn't care for my cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like trying to like, she's pushing her tail away because her tail's freaking fluffy.
Yeah.
And, like, I just need to see the TV. I'm trying to watch my show.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the little gray one, she sleeps in Luna's room with her. It's so
Oh,
cute.
that's so
That
cute.
is adorable.
Babies. So many babies.
Yes.
They're so cute.
Mhm.
So Bree had to leave, and Crow had a headache, so also left.
Oh no.
Dr. Crow.
Miguel is finishing school in 2 weeks. So that's
Ooh.
exciting.
That's nice.
Crow, before she left, also like ate a thing of Pocky.
Yes.
Hey. Say what flavor?
Her favorite flavor is strawberry, which is also mine.
Oh, I like the matcha one.
I like the chocolate with like the almond bits on it. Mm.
That's good too, yeah.
Nina said we have 4 cats, but we'll be getting a dog soon. Just waiting for the lockdown to end.
Ooh.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get a puppy so you can get them used to cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them young.
There was some dog that had been in a shelter for like over 400 days, and he got adopted, and then he got returned because he was destructive. And I'm like, he's a dog from a shelter. Like,
Yeah.
get that out of him.
They say that it takes like 3 weeks for them to fully adjust from
I know.
shelter.
I was so mad when I read that. My mom was like, "Oh well, he was destructive." I was like, "You trained that out of the dog."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's not a reason you send the dog back."
Yeah. Oh,
You
poor
send the dog back if the dog, like attacked a little kid, and you can't yes, you could train that out of the dog, but like the kid's well-being also, like
Mhm.
That's like what I love that people are wanting to adopt from shelters, but it's also important to know how long it takes a shelter animal to fully adjust to a new home and a new structure and a new routine.
Mhm.
I know that's why shelters are making it so hard to adopt dogs. But like my dog
I know.
dog died. Was it 2 years ago? At least a year ago. Like finally got another dog, but it took them forever to get the shelter to like give them the dog.
Yeah.
And like the dog whisperer and is like the best, and his twin children are like amazing. They're like 11, 12-ish.
Mhm.
Remember, and like they're great with animals, and like his wife is great with animals. So they're like saying like, oh, they're making it too hard. But then you have instances like this where it's like, yes, they should be making it hard for people.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know on my personal Facebook page, I'm always sharing because I follow a lot of like local shelters and stuff, and I'm always sharing like these stray animals or like that they were intaked in the shelter animals. And Logan's like, no, we can't adopt right now because we had once upon a time 7 cats. And it's like, I know we're in a smaller house. I was like, I just want them to get a good home, so this is what I can do. And it just breaks my heart because some of them I'm like, I would love you so much.
Mhm.
Well,
We're gonna run over. We're probably gonna go to the half-hour mark for this stream.
Sounds good.
Because we've been chatting so much, but I love it because I haven't seen like you guys in so long.
Mhm.
I'm debating on if I should even risk going out to use the bathroom and get a snack because pregnant Kelly's like, I'm hungry. We need to eat. And Lucy's like over here jumping on my bladder, but I don't want to go out there because Luna is with Logan and she seems to be doing great without me.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like, do I sit here and suffer?
you have to go. Like, please don't suffer.
No, it'll be fine. I'm just being dramatic. I'm pregnant. I'm allowed to be dramatic.
Yes.
You're also a Pisces.
just put on the Mission Impossible music and work your way through the house.
Yes.
Yes. No, I'll just see if Logan will maybe sneak me in a snack because I'm more hungry than I have to go.
What if What if you text Logan and be like, I gotta make a bathroom run. Please distract the little monster somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they go outside. I can't say it too loud, but sometimes they go out and like she loves it and she's out there for hours.
Mhm.
And then she comes back inside and she's like ready to like crash and it's great.
Oh, yes.
I might see if I take her out there. I gotta check how cold it is first.
Mhm.
Logan, can you take her out? Mama's gotta go pee.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically what the conversation's gonna be.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he'll just sneak her into her bedroom.
Married with the kid and a kid on the way, single with dogs.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like the stereotype is crazy cat lady because you like don't get married, and yet everyone who I know who has a cat is married, and the people I know with dogs like
I think it's like isn't it crazy old cat lady though? Like aren't all the crazy ladies like stereotypically aren't they supposed to be like old
you're
women?
right. Yeah.
So I still got like 80 years. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I would have a pet dragon if they were real. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would have a pet dragon, maybe a unicorn, a griffin, a pegasus. Like, you know what? If it's a fantastical creature, I would take it.
Yes.
But I would still have dogs.
Fun
Most
fact,
definitely.
Salem's middle name is Toothless because
Oh.
she looks and acts exactly like Toothless from How to Train a Dragon. So yeah.
Aw.
So my husband actually wanted to change her name after we decided on Salem. He's like, she's much more like Toothless. Can we name her Toothless? I'm like, no, Toothless will be her middle name.
Yep.
So now when she's in trouble, it's Salem Toothless Monaghan. You get your over here.
It's like,
Love that.
can we name her Toothless? No, that ship has sailed, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I decided on Salem. All right.
Sika is still without a middle name. So if anyone has any suggestions for Sika,
Mhm.
so my other kitty, I don't know where he is. But
What is it from? I feel like I've heard that.
Sika, well, it's multiple things. It's a small place. It's a small town in Kansas, and it's a type of wood.
Dorothy. Dorothy. You said
Because
Kansas.
it's Kansas.
Yeah, Sika, Kansas. It's like this really tiny small town populated by one person.
No, but Kelly is saying Sitka Dorothy.
Sika Dorothy. Or Sika
But-
Oz.
Ooh,
Well,
Oz.
Sika's a boy, so probably Oz.
Yeah.
Mhm. Or Toto.
Toto,
Well-
yeah.
Well,
Sika Toto.
your Salem is a girl. And so
Yeah, we kind of have it reversed.
Yeah.
Screw gender roles.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? It's like Salem could be a unisex name. That's fine.
I think so.
Oh, I technically think all names could be unisex if people could get over their gender limitations.
Mhm.
That is true, actually. You can
We
name
are
anything.
We are starting our final 20-minute sprint, and then we'll have a 10-minute sprint after.
Oh, was it?
Okay, that's probably why I know the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is one of the bears named Sika in Brother Bear?
That's how I knew it. It was one of the
That's
brothers,
how I knew it.
one of the three. I loved Brother Bear.
I love Brother Bear. The sequel is stupid.
I need to look this up now because I don't remember. Yeah.
I remember Webkins.
I have so many Webkins. Oh my God.
My sisters really liked Webkins.
I think my mom got rid of all mine. Like she got rid of all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
And I
Oh, those could be worth money.
No, she gave them away to our realtor because she was like, "Oh, the realtor's daughter liked them," and I'm like, "I like them too." She's like, "They were sitting in the back of your closet. You weren't playing with them." I was like, "Cause I collected them."
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
me
that's
too.
rough.
Years.
That's in the chat. Oh no.
Yeah, I looked it up. I actually don't remember which one Sika is. I remember the two like main characters. I don't remember Sika. No, but his name, he got his name because his fur looks like the pattern on the, like on, if you cut a piece of wood like this, like the Sika wood, it looks like the pattern on his coat looks like the pattern on the wood. So that's where his name came from.
I like that. I like that.
But now I'm gonna have to watch Brother Bear again because I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was.
That's the one who died.
It
was his
it
oldest
was
brother.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because there was the oldest and then the middle brother who was also like, and then the youngest brother who got turned into the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Coda. No. Kanai's
the bear.
Coda's the bear. Yeah.
He's the little baby.
Yeah. Now I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Kanai.
Is it Kanai? I didn't know he was voiced.
I can't pronounce it. I haven't watched the movie in so long. Okay, we're going to start our final 20-minute sprint, and then we're going to do our 10-minute sprint before we fall down a Brother Bear rabbit hole, because we already did it, but we could keep going, knowing us. Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do? I've almost reached my word count goal for the day.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, I went to the bathroom. I got a snack. Logan took Luna outside, which was great. He's such a good dad.
Mhm.
And I got 399 words, so I'm at my word count goal for today.
Yay!
I need to write today because, like, I'm trying to write enough Monday through Friday, so Saturday and Sunday I don't have to write. So,
Mhm.
but be good.
Mhm. Yeah, I got another 2 sticky notes done, and I'm really excited because I had a brainwave, and I now know how to get from like point C to point D.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
How? Go ahead.
What?
How'd you do?
Oh, I finished going through the chapter the first time, so now I'm going back through and taking notes on everything I highlighted.
Nice.
Because it's all online, and I hate online textbooks.
Mm.
The worst.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute worst. I do have a question because Jordan, you've been doing this sticky note thing for a while.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How are you liking it?
I love it. It's like for me, I find if I'm doing it on the computer, I can't see everything at once. And then if I do try to like add something in, then I can't like see something else. So like I'm a very like visual person. So I find writing little things on like sticky notes, I can like take them off and like put them somewhere else, or like if I need to add something to a scene, I'll just take like a different color sticky note, or like same color sticky note but write a different pen, because I love my pens so much. I can put that like under a sticky note, or like kind of like tuck it in like under, but also like so it's poking out, so I know that there's more that I have to add there. Yeah, it works really well for me, and I'm really happy I figured that out.
Sticky notes is how editors used to do it before pandemic, and then everything went to track changes.
Mm-hmm.
My editing professor had in the publishing program was like, yeah, we used to do sticky notes, and I'm like, see, like I can obviously do it for someone else, but like for me, sticky notes is not the best way. I can sometimes write a long comment, and I can write small, but it's like I'd get a hand cramp, and I'd rather just.
Oh yeah, see, I naturally write really small. Small and sharp. So for me, like, yeah, it just works out really well. Like, because I'm going to use the Save the Cat Writes a Novel to kind of like give me a guideline. So like at the top of it, I'll write like, this is my normal writing. It's pretty tiny.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, you can say this is how I normally write.
Ooh, you write like bubbly.
Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
My handwriting is like print kind of mixed with script. Like I connect certain letters.
Yes.
And my mom does the same thing, but she connects different letters, and it looks more like script, so it's harder for me to read.
Yeah.
And every time I like mention that, she's like, "You can't read script? I thought you learned." I was like, "Yes, but I don't read it all the time. Most of my friends don't even handwrite stuff."
Yeah.
My mom's handwriting is like calligraphy, and I'm so jealous.
Mine, both of my parents have really nice handwriting, and I'm so envious of like I used to like practice. I know in hindsight this sounds really bad. I never used it for those purposes though, but I would copy my mom's signature because I wanted to learn how she wrote. I wanted to learn how she did her.
Yeah, I
would practice her signature, and I got really good at it at one point, and then I was like,
I would stick to that alibi too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, yeah, I believe you.
Oh, yeah, I totally believe you.
I never actually used it for anything, but it did get to the point where I was like, I could. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yeah.
And my mom made me learn her signature because she's like, I don't feel like signing the thing at like when we're shopping. Like I'd rather start packing the bag. You can do the like machine. I was like, cool.
That's so funny.
That is. What was I going to say? I wonder what kind of mom I'm going to be because like I could never do my mom's signature. I may or may not have done my dad's before because his is just chicken scratch. But I wonder how I'm going to be with Luna because it's like I want to see what's happening, but like also, I don't know.
My uncle is so funny. So like he can write, you know, he can print, and I'm sure he can do script too, but he like has no reason to really. And his signature was a signature. And the bank a few years ago like wrote to him and was like, you need to change your signature because like we can verify that this scribble was an actual signature. Anyone could like forge it.
Yes.
Yeah. I just can't. Like I will never get over the fact that the bank was like, your signature is so illegible even compared to other signatures that no.
Oh, that's so funny.
I have been practicing my signature, but only whenever it sounds dumb because like whenever I tell people that they're like, oh yeah, because you know you're totally gonna publish books. I'm like, no, not for that reason. Whenever I got married, I wanted to see what Wright would look like against my name. So I would just sit there and see because I had such like whenever my maiden name is Wilson. So whenever I like had that, I like had this thing down and it was like so pretty. And I loved it. I was like, this is my signature. And I was like, oh, man, I'm getting married. It's going to fuck up my whole thing. So I had to go through and like refigure out how big or small I wanted things, where I wanted the positioning to be. Like, it's something I wasted my time on. That's really stupid, but I have so much fun doing it.
No, I love that.
If you had fun doing it, I don't consider it a waste. Also, I don't know why. Like, I've known you were married the whole time that I've known you, but like for some reason, I assumed Wright was your first name. Your like maiden name.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Whenever I came into the space, I was like, well, I guess like I'm married because I was gonna do it way back when like AuthorTube was like just beginning, I guess. But I was also going to college and murdering myself with college. So I didn't want to put all that on my plate. So kudos to you ladies because I was like, nah, hard no. Yeah. But once I got married and everything and being a stay-at-home spouse, I didn't have Luna at the time. And I was like, I need to do something. Well, then I guess I've always had Luna since I started the channel, but like I need to do something. So like I started planning and doing the most and fantasizing about it. And then one day I was like, oh, I actually need to do it instead of just sitting here fantasizing and daydreaming about it.
My grandma taught me cursive like before my school did. She also taught me long division and complicated multiplication before my school did. And they were always like, you have to do it the system that we taught you. And I'm like, but I know how to do it better and faster. Like, but she had given me this because she had been a secretary and a typist and a transcriber and all these different things that a secretary had to do. And this was like one of the few things that she tried to teach me. I was like, no. I was like, I learn a lot from you, but I refuse. When am I ever going to need this?
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's not that dissimilar from like the stuff I had to learn for copy editing and proofreading marks. But she taught me those too. So it was like, I knew what I needed to know. I don't need this crazy thing, but I still have it.
Yeah. I love writing in cursive. I think cursive is so fun. Like, I don't know. They don't teach it anymore, which I think is so sad because it's just so fun to write.
Even when I was like using cursive more frequently, like I had a hard time reading my grandfather's love letters to my grandma, and my mom and my grandma were like, you learn cursive in school? I'm like, yeah, we learned like upright, like this, like very not personalized, unique, idiosyncratic cursive. Like, give me a second. Like, just give me a few seconds. I can read it. I'm just slower at it than you guys because I didn't grow up reading this.
I plan on teaching Luna and Lucy cursive. And I think it's so sweet that your grandparents don't have like love letters. That is so sweet. And it always, okay, so Maddie, because like what you're going to college for, have you looked into like the handwriting, like psychology or whatever?
Oh, like handwriting analysis or?
Yes, that.
I haven't like taken anything for handwriting analysis. My school doesn't offer anything cool like that. But I am interested in it.
It is so
like big loops and whether or not it's like cramped or
farther apart, or whether you loop certain letters and not others.
Yeah, we in my criminal psychology class, we did analyze actual notes that were left behind by the DC sniper, which was a very traumatizing lesson for me. But it was.
Because of where you live or just in general?
Yeah, because of where I live, and I remember when that happened. But it was interesting reading the letters that he left because it was very, you can tell where the switch was between who was writing it. Like you can see the grammar changed, spelling errors were more frequent. Like you could tell who was writing what section. It was really interesting. It was it was a rough lesson, but it was really interesting.
So I'm not familiar with that, or it's not coming to like memory. My memory's I have things going on with my memory, but like what is that? You said the DC sniper or whatever?
Yeah, so back in October of 2002, there were these two individuals who were going around the DC area and just killing people. It was terrifying. It was
I remember that too.
It was a very terrifying time to be out and about. Like it was really scary. I lived, I think, gosh, I lived like 3-ish blocks away from where one of the people was killed. One of the victims was killed. It was a place that I frequented often with my family. And lo and behold, I found out that my neighbor had been there on that day, just earlier that day. And it was really scary, y'all.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
So like going through that lesson and like, and kind of reliving those memories and remembering just how terrified everyone was and how frantic everyone was during that time. It was a rough lesson. Like we had to write a paper where we had to like analyze, like psychologically analyze one of the two individuals. And I emailed my professor when I submitted my paper and I was like, I am so sorry if this paper is not subjective enough. I can't see this person any other way. You know, so I was just like, I gave him a quick rundown of like, I'm sorry if this paper gets emotional or if it seems angry. I just have certain emotions and they came out. So he was cool with it though. He was a really, really, really good professor. So he was like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
They're also called the Beltway snipers.
They are also called,
which is how I know that better.
Yeah. They were, it was really scary.
2002?
Yeah.
I don't even remember how old I was in 2002. Zara, how old were we?
Born in 1997, so 5.
Okay, so we were 5. That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I know about the DC sniper, the Beltway sniper, because it's mentioned there was a NCIS episode that they kind of call back to.
Oh, is there? Oh, see,
no, it's not about the crime, but there is a sniper.
Gotcha.
And they're profiling him, and they're like, oh, is it like the DC sniper, or is you know? So
yeah.
I was 12, so I remember that.
I was 7, I think, but it was. Yeah, like I remember, like they wouldn't let us go outside to play on the playground, and like.
If I lived near there, I think even if I were 5, I would remember. You know, the same way that like I remember 9/11 and like I don't remember 9/11 specifically, but I remember all the things that changed after.
Yeah, Yeah, no, it was scary. Like people had to like duck behind their cars whenever they got gas. That was when my mom started leaving us alone because she didn't want to take us to the supermarket with her.
Yeah, that's when that's like, because I remember watching like on the news and stuff like that, and that specifically, like them like crouching down while they're putting their gas in, that is like the image that always pops up when I think about that.
Yeah, and now if you talk to anybody from the DC area, they're terrified of white vans because initially the reports were that's what these individuals were driving, a white van. So now it's just like everyone like, we don't like white vans in this area. Turns out they weren't driving a white van at all, but that was the initial report. So that's sort of the image that is stuck with us.
Well, I was living, I don't remember which baseball player it was. There was a baseball player who was like driving a private plane and accidentally flew into a building that was like 2 blocks from where I lived. And it was after 9/11 and my school was early and we all thought it was another thing. It turned out that no, it was, a mistake, but it was like, it happened and no one wanted that obviously that to happen again. So we all, and like school got let out early and I was at home and we saw it on the news and it was like, I was old enough then because it was like a year or two later. So I would like ask my mom if it was the same. She's like, no, it wasn't. But like, we didn't know that. So
The only like really, I don't know, first of all, I'm just so sorry that you guys had to experience like that kind of stuff. Cause like I'm thinking in my little foothill of the mountain where I'm at, we don't really have a lot going on or a lot happening and we're very secluded. But I remember whenever I was a freshman in high school, you guys know people who have like the exotic pets or the personal zoos.
Yeah.
Because Ohio is very rural. We have a lot of land. So people are like, I'm going to buy me a tiger.
Oh, no.
So I was sitting in class. I was a freshman when it was an English class. And there was a news report that was happening live that there was this man who killed himself and let go all of his exotic animals, just let them roam free. And they were roaming a big city in the area, like lions, tigers. There was a few prey. There were a few bears, I think, but it was really scary.
No,
and that would be really scary.
That's scary. And it was like 45 minutes away from me. It's not even like I was anywhere close, but I remember like I don't know, like I had friends who like lived in the area and I don't know, it was just very scary. Like there was like schools and stuff around and then I was so like I was scared for like the people, but I was also like really concerned for these animals. And
yeah, because they could have been shot,
most of them got put down, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, which is really sad too. And I remember that there was the guy from the Columbus Zoo, Jungle Jack. He was talking about how with these animals, like the way that they were basically like treated, they were very malnourished already and the danger was very high. It was scary though. I felt so bad.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's a bad situation all around.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe we need to do mental like checks on people who want to buy exotic animals.
Yeah.
We need to do mental checks on people who want to buy weapons of mass destruction, which apparently is a really controversial topic.
It shouldn't be.
No.
And people who want to buy animals that could kill you while you sleep.
Yes.
That's just, I don't know why you would ever want to own a tiger or a lion or anything like that, because it's like, no matter how young you get them, they are still wild animals. They are not your friends. They will
okay, if we lived in the world of the Golden Compass where like my spirit animal was a predator, like, like a big cat of prey or whatever, that's one thing. But I'm not going to get a wild animal that is not literally an extension of me, because it is not an extension of me. And therefore, at the drop of a dime, could decide that I'm its next meal.
Just leave these animals in their habitats or leave them with professionals, or like we have a thing called the wilds in my area, and it's like massive acreage where these animals roam, and they try to get like the populations back up and stuff. It's like we have a few rhinoceroses.
He doesn't like me.
Like it's cool because they're trying to get the population back up, and oh my goodness, have a
Sorry,
bird.
I was.
It's her husband's bird, and the bird has never liked her.
This is Jimmy, and his claws kind of hurt, and he's growling at me, and he doesn't like me.
Can you call your hubby in to take the bird?
I know. Give me the bird.
He wants to stay with you.
This is. He's like digging into my finger too. This is Jimmy. He's part of our own personal zoo apparently. Ow, boy, let up. Yeah,
He don't like you.
he don't like me.
Was it because it was Jimmy and the husband before, and then you came into the picture? And
Yeah,
he's like,
I'm the evil stepmom. Now he's getting his revenge on my finger. Please let go. Ow.
oh, you guys want to know something else sad? Talking about animals.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
My mom's brother's dog attacked me when I was a baby. It was the first time we were visiting because my mom used to always babysit dog sit the dog.
Mhm.
And then suddenly she wasn't anymore, and I was there, and he was not happy. He drew blood.
Oh.
Well, mine's not as sad as that, but like it's we were doing like an extension on the house we bought, and Logan thought there was birds that were in a part of the roof that was coming down on the front of the house that were extending out, and he thought that they all left. Well, here they weren't really birds; it was bats. And at 4:30 the other morning, I heard a squeaking noise, and I'm like, "All right, where's my mouser?" Because Thumbelina, the little gray one, is like vicious and ferocious, and both cats were standing in the corner in the closet, just looking in the wall. So there was a bat that got stuck up there, and then it crawled through the attic. And because we're in such an old house, it fell through a cubby.
Mhm.
Oh,
It was in the wall, and I was like, I really wish I could help you get out of your misery.
Oh.
Poor thing.
Yeah, we're waiting for it to maybe find its way back out, but Logan's like, Kelly, I just want you to know it's probably going to die in the wall. And I'm like, stop.
Oh. I know y'all can't see him, but Sika's over here wondering where the bird went.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, where'd it go? It was here a second ago.
Sika, why didn't you say mommy when the bird was clawing at her finger?
Yeah, I know, right? You have failed me as my son. What?
He's an aggressive bird.
Oh, my husband thinks that the bird would probably attack the cats before the cats attack the bird.
Mm.
Jimmy,
It's an aggressive bird, right?
Yes, Jimmy can be.
I heard him say it's an aggressive bird.
Yeah.
Or he's an aggressive bird. I don't
Yes, Jimmy is a very, very mean bird, and I don't like him.
Can be aggressive.
know. I think you were the happiest when he was staying with your parents-in-law.
He was staying with my in-laws, and I was like, the house is finally quiet. I was like, oh my god! And then my mother-in-law gave him back, and I was like, no.
He likes it.
That makes me think of Jimmy from Dead of Night.
He's named after Jimi Hendrix,
Let's see.
so
Oh,
Yeah.
a little different.
a little different.
Okay, we're gonna start our next sprint so that we can finish by noon Eastern time.
Oh,
Yes.
goodness.
We'll just keep going.
Oh, yes.
Well, let's wrap up because I got dishes to do, guys. I don't want to do this, but it's like to the point where it's like I have to, you know.
Have my sympathies.
Yeah.
I'm that way with laundry too.
Laundry,
I don't mind doing. No, the thing is I don't mind doing dishes and I don't mind doing laundry, but I never want to do them. So it's like always at the point where it's like you gotta, but I still don't want to.
yes.
I have to figure out Easter festivities because my parents don't believe in being responsive
Or planning.
or planning.
Call him
Very funny.
Zombie Jesus Day, and I'm sure you'll get a response.
Yes.
You'll get something in response.
Yeah.
Something, yeah. Might get a nice smack upside the head from my mother, but
Okay. We are going to I mean, I had it as 10, but we could do a 15 if people want. What do you ladies want to do?
Either's good.
With anything.
10? Okay, Kelly's voting.
Kelly votes for 10.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do?
I ate the rest of the bag of cereal. So
Nice.
we're doing great over here.
Oh,
I am this in the second section into Act 2, and I have plot, and I'm so excited.
oh, Shanice, we just finished our final.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I will be on Moon Bunny Creative's Twitch channel tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then on Tuesday at 9 a.m., I will be hosting on. No, never mind. I take it back. Not this Tuesday. I'm not hosting this Tuesday. For the rest of the month on Tuesdays, I'll be hosting on Twitch at 9 a.m. in addition to my Fridays on Twitch at 9 a.m. and my Sundays at 9 a.m. There's a pattern here.
There is.
I just forgot that I wasn't hosting this Tuesday. And I don't remember the reason why I did that, but because I didn't want to stream 3 days in a row. That's what it was. I was like, there's not a reason for that day, but yes. But my book comes out that day.
Woo,
We just lost
no,
Kelly. I'm sure she'll come back in a moment. Yep, there she is. I'm just gonna do this so that when we do our outros alphabetically, we'll be good. Oh, Easter service. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just so unreligious. I totally forgot. But
Yeah, usually because
I mean, this isn't even my religion, but like normally I pay attention to when Easter is, but a year in pandemic means that if it's not my holiday, I genuinely don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, we usually, like, my mom and I will go to like the Easter services together, but like last year came over here, we did watch like the online service, and then this year she's there and I'm here, so it's like, yeah, that's fine.
No, it was funny when I was like logging into this. I saw it was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, huh. You know, on any other Easter, I'd be in mass right now.
Right? It's so weird.
Bad Christians.
Yeah.
Why did you go? And you guys had looked at your calendars and were like, oh, by the way, like, I didn't realize it was Easter. I can't come. I wouldn't have been offended.
I didn't realize it was Easter. Like I was at work the other day, and so they're like looking for Easter baskets, and I was like,
yeah, I had the exact same thought last weekend, and I was just like, my mom's like, oh yeah, no, like we're leaving on Thursday, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Is Easter already?
Maddie, listen, you said mass. So what you should do after stream's over to make up for, you know, because usually you would have been in mass, go in your kitchen.
Say it's a number of Hail Marys or something. Or
I was just going to say, grab a bottle of wine. Here's to zombie Jesus. And then he lives, and then celebrate.
To be fair, even before the pandemic, I never drank out of that freaking goblet because I'm like, wiping the rim does not get rid of all of everyone else's germs. I am not touching that.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys do that. Like my like I'm Christian, so like we would also do like communion, but we would have they came out with these little like the tiny cup and like the tiny thing of bread, but they also had one where it was kind of like a set, so like you only had to get like you only had to take one out of the basket instead of taking like 2 things out of baskets.
No, my church is you line up and you get your little stale piece of bread, which I would eat as the only reason I ate it was because I was hungry and I was like, it's something.
Yeah.
It's called desperation.
Yeah, but like my mom, she's got more lenient. She's like, if you don't want to do communion, you don't have to do communion. But when I was a kid, she was like, you're doing communion. But I would never drink out of that darn goblet because like
germs.
20 other people would be drinking out of it, and I'm like, okay, that person just sneezed, that person just coughed, I am not touching that darn thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was, and they like have cloths and they wipe it in between. I'm like, that
No.
It's not
Unless
Clorox.
that's disinfectant.
99.9% of germs.
Unless that's Clorox, you're not drinking it. And then if you did, you'd probably die from Clorox.
Right. I'm not either get me my own cup or I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I like Shanice's comment there. Can I do coffee and a bagel?
Bagel? Oh my god, such a Canadian.
Oh.
Bagel.
Bagel.
Bagel. New York bagel.
Bagel.
I'm having flashbacks to the episode where the Try Guys tried to make bagels, and Zach was so confident that was his episode, and I felt
Did
so
you watch
bad.
the retry?
No,
I
not
did like the retry.
Okay, the retry is also really good.
My favorite episode though was the brownie episode.
Yes.
Yes, the redemption arc.
Well, I also love too how like this next season of like Without a Recipe, everyone was calling Ned out for being bland, and he's like, "I'm gonna try to be exciting," and he's just throwing everything together.
He pulled a Zach.
He did, yeah.
I'm like, "Oh Ned, stop."
Allie, I'm glad you find it interesting to listen to. I feel like the people that I've grown closest to an author tube, like they work well with the other people I'm friends with on author tube because we all have like different interests, but also like we can talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just like you put us in a blender for a live stream. It's like, what are we going to talk about? That's nonsense. I don't know, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're just here for a good time. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we really are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it also doesn't taste good. Like they get like the cheap stuff and then they water it down. And then on top of that, you have like 30 other people's germs in it. So it's, why would you drink
I mean, at least for Passover, we have Manischewitz, which is like a super, super sweet grape wine.
Mm-hmm.
And like some people are like, oh, I don't like it because it's sweet. I'm like, see, the only time I'll drink a wine is if it's super sweet. So I'm like, I'm cool. And you drink your own glass. You don't share a glass. Everyone has your own glass. And then we pour one for, the prophet Elijah.
Now see if the blood of Christ was like a bottle of beer or maybe a whiskey sour or something, then by all means
went down, pass it around,
But unfortunately, I don't think they had stumbled across beer in the time of Jesus. So
There was
that they had yeast,
they have beer
and bread. So I'm saying they
never have
beer.
Thumbs up, folks. Let's go.
What's it
I
called?
feel like they probably could have made beer back then. I don't have any historical proof that they did, but I don't have any historical knowledge that they didn't.
Oh, they would have had mead, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would have had mead, but I'm saying they might have even had beer.
Mm-hmm.
But now the next holiday I celebrate is on May 1st, and it's going to be great. It's going to be the kickoff of summer. It's going to be a feast with a bonfire.
Oh,
I'm telling you guys, celebrations are lit.
Glorious. Although Shanice, your church sounds amazing.
I love that she said that though, because the parish hall in my church constantly just smells like donuts. Like it is the constant smell of donuts, and it's because after every service they always bring in donuts that like the scent has just like saturated into the walls. So
do you know what I learned last year? Not this year, but I learned last year in quarantine that donuts is a normal thing for Passover. And I'm like, how do you have donuts as a normal thing for Passover? The same when we have matzah because we didn't have time for the bread to leaven.
Mm.
yeah.
And then I was like, oh no. Okay. It's for a different Jewish holiday. I gotcha. But I learned it on Passover for some reason. I was like, okay, so weird that I'm just learning now, like after all these years, that donuts are part of the Jewish religion, but cool, I guess.
I didn't know that. I just associate donuts with being forced to stay in the church longer than my ADHD brain can handle.
Donuts with milk. That's just what I think of. Whenever I hear like donuts or like think like donut, I think of course, the bakery I worked at, but I also think Merca. Like the stereotypical American. That's what I think of.
I think of shotguns and like hamburgers. Even though hamburgers are not from America.
Hamburgers are very much an American thing now, though. Like,
I know.
sort of taking them and run with them.
Like everything.
Remember when all those idiots were like, "Oh, like we don't like France anymore. Let's boycott French fries." And it's like, honey,
French fries
they're
are
American.
Mhm.
Wait.
Honey, French fries are American. So are Chinese fortune cookies.
Yeah.
Chinese fortune
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah.
They're so popular though that when I went to China, they're like, "Oh yeah, we have factories now that make them because every American who comes expects it." So
Really?
Yeah.
we're making them.
The fortune cookies were always my least favorite part. I was like, I'll read the thing inside because 90% of the time it wasn't even a fortune. It was just a statement. It's just
I like eating them because I think it also depends where you get your Chinese food from. Because some places are just stale no matter where, like what time you get it, but other places they have good ones. Also, Shanice would like a podcast. I'm not gonna say it's happening, but watch this space because
Yeah.
Wink.
wink.
I saw that.
Bird is not invited.
Say anything.
Freedom fries. No, it's French fries, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's French fries.
Oh, cool.
Love this one. Iron Man 3, definitely one of the best ones.
The Iron Man 3. I saw the second one and I was like, I'm done.
No, the third one is my favorite one.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
The second one was awful.
Iron Man's my favorite.
I like of like the 3 Iron Mans, number 3 is definitely the best, and then number 1 and then number 2. Mm-hmm.
Maybe
You need to watch it.
I have to watch it. I don't know. I gave up on the Avengers after Civil War because I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm good.
Hold on, wait. I like mooncakes too, but there's I haven't been to Chinatown in so long that it's now messing with my brain.
Right?
Remembered the name of the place, but now I need to remember what it's what the flavor is, and I can never remember the flavor.
Yeah, like right before, like probably like a week before lockdown, my friend was taking me down like in Toronto near Chinatown because they have a bunch of like just the like Asian bakeries and things like that, and there was a Japanese tea shop, and they did like matcha, and they did like the rooibos, and they had like good teas, and then they had the sweets too.
They had like the actual like the rice.
They're like mochi. They had
Okay. My favorite mooncake flavor is taro, and it's purple, but it's like delicious and so good.
It's just because it's purple, Zara, isn't it?
No. I did go for it at first, but then I tasted that, although the sesame one is also really good.
Oh, sesame ones are so good.
I've never had a mooncake. I know I'm missing out.
Okay, if you come to New York, I will go to my favorite Chinese bakery in Chinatown and get buttermilk buns and mooncakes in all the different flavors, and you can try them. Yes. My mom and I were listening to Hadestown in the car last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'll come back once Broadway reopens? I was like, it better. It won the Tony Award though, like right before the shutdown. So I'm assuming the answer is yes.
Oh, well, at least they won before.
Yeah.
See, I also feel like I need to experience.
I'll almost say the message.
I feel like I've seen them before, but
you're so nice that like your teacher brought you like tasty treats. My sensei decided that she wanted to give us all natto one day, and for those of you,
why would she do that?
Natto it's fermented beans, and I understand if you like them, but I thought
they're really healthy.
They're really good for you, yeah. But oh my gosh, it was so nasty.
They're so stringy.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, natto is like hands down like one of the most strangest foods you will ever eat. Like a lot of people like it. Like it's something that people will eat for breakfast in Japan, but it's
fermented beans.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know like a redneck specialty, I guess is what you could call it, is my niece was talking to my sister-in-law the other day, and she legit had a can of baked beans and was just sitting there eating the can of baked beans, not even warmed up. Maddie, why? Why?
I love Kelly. She's like offended. She's
I
like,
do that. I do that. Not with natto. I never do that with natto because nasty. But like just like a can of I'll just sit there. Like if we had it the night before and there's like a tub of it left over, I'll just sit there and eat.
Are you from Appalachia?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm also Appalachian, and it's a very.
My husband just answered.
I heard your husband say yes in his deeper voice.
Yes.
I'm gonna let it slide if you don't say it, but if you said no, I would be like,
Yeah, I'm telling him if you aren't.
if you didn't fess up, I would be like, your husband outed you already.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely an Appalachian thing, but like just to like eat like cold beans, I never got it, and it's just like, or like put it on your hot dogs and stuff.
Gross.
Well, that's how you eat natto too. Actually, you eat natto cold.
Yeah,
Makes
it's cold and it's stringy.
But it's different with like baked beans because it's.
Shanice, about the podcast thingy, you gotta hit Kelly up on Instagram.
Yeah, because it's, I don't know how to describe the format. What the format?
Because Mama Roll here doesn't have cell service right now.
Mm-hmm.
All her messaging is through Instagram.
Mm-hmm. The struggle.
Yep.
But
man.
yeah, because the format, like how we're doing the format. Oh yeah, so people, the great debate. I'll come back to the format of the podcast thing. But the great debate is like Appalachia or Appalachia, and the correct pronunciation is Appalachia.
Mm-hmm.
Who calls it Appalachia? No, I had a fight with my boss, and he's from Appalachia. We were like, whenever I was working at a printing company, whenever I was in college, we were getting into the debate because I was in an Appalachian group in college that we would go down to DC and do like a whole representation of, we're so poor and this needs help, help us. But, yeah, he was like, no, Appalachia. And I'm like, don't you ever.
See, it sounds weird when people say it like that. It's like, oh, no.
Oh,
No. So, well, okay, you've said both so many that now I'm forgetting which one's correct.
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Yeah, Laisha.
Appalachia.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the format is going to be like, we will have hosts that will be like every episode, but then on certain episodes we were going to be having guests, or we were planning to try to do guests. So I'm sure something can be arranged.
Yeah. Shanice, it's not late chia. It's not a chia pet. We don't.
Oh, that's great.
I like that.
I can't. This is great. I've been loving. Okay, maybe this is what I need, because now I feel a little bit more like better about going in there and just standing in front of the sink doing dishes. But yeah, this is great. Just the socialization. Maddie, I'm happy that you were a fellow Appalachian. And I know another Appalachian, because like the struggles. I was telling Kahila about it the other day, because I'm like, because she's originally, I don't know if she went over like all the states she's lived in, but she's lived in a state that was in Appalachia. Mm-hmm. And I was like, girl, that's Appalachian. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we're known for being extremely poor. Mm-hmm. We're also known for having a really bad opioid problem.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're also known for sending the most people to military careers. Mm-hmm. Like those three things, that's what we're known for. And moonshine.
Oh, yep. Can't forget about the moonshine.
Yeah, moonshine.
Never forget
about the moonshine.
And yes, we do have shoes. We do have cars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
You said it, not me.
Because that's another thing. Like I can't. I can't. Don't even. And then like the whole like education system in our area, I could go on for hours about how broke it is, how messed up it is. Some of these school buildings we have, like there are some school buildings that are just like getting like current air conditioning and stuff. Like before it was just like, you open up a window, you put a fan in it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, I see middle of nowhere, and I know what you're talking about. But now, if I hear or see that phrase, I start thinking of a song from "Come From Away," which is a musical about it. It's about what happened like in the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, but it was in Canada, and it was how like Canada was very nice to people. So
Oh yeah.
it's a good musical, and they supposedly filmed it and are releasing it, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's a film!" And I'm like, "They filmed the stage production. That's not like a movie. That's not like the In the Heights movie. That's like the Hamilton
More like Hamilton.
pro
like,
shot."
that. Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, it's the movie." I'm like, "It's a pro shot. There's a difference. There's a difference. I'm still holding out hope for a movie."
Mhm.
But anyway, it is now 10 past the top of the hour. So I feel like we should do our wrap up, but Kelly just went to do mom things. So I kind of want to wait until she comes back so we can all do our outros. Finish Schitt's Creek, and when I think about the middle of nowhere, I think about that. But I definitely mean the middle of the mountains.
Yes. Yeah. Schitt's Creek. Oh, it's gold.
I've heard good things about it. I've never seen it though.
You need to watch it. It's
My mom loves
so
it.
good.
I haven't watched it at all, though.
Yeah, like this sibling dynamic is just beautiful. It is so well done. That's what I find with a lot of like TV shows when they're siblings and stuff like that. Like the relationship doesn't seem like natural, but this one they did such a good job at it. And all the characters are just unreal. I relate to Stevie.
I'm probably going to forget that name by the time I actually watch it, so you have to tell me.
Yay!
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to do our outro. So Jordan, Kelly, Maddie, me.
Me.
Oh, I'm first?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while. I told you guys. So I'm Jordan, writer, barista, and collector of mugs. I haven't really been online too much this past year because work so much. But yes, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I am the most active on there, and I think Zara has it down in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe Zara's channel. Kelly.
Yes. Hello, I am Kelly. I'm a fantasy writer, domestic goddess. It's a fancy way of saying I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom. And on occasion, I captain the Hot Mess Express. And I am doing a live stream tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. over on my channel just to get some more words in before this little runt wakes up. So if you wanted to get words in and you're going to be up 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, swing by my channel and we can chat and write maybe, depending on how chatty I'm feeling. And thank you for having me, Sarah. As always, it's a lot of fun. Miss Jean, don't you exit out.
Of course. Love having you.
Once again, I am Maddie. I am a writer, actor, and cat mama. I don't post as regularly, but things are coming. I have many videos planned, so once I have the time, they will be up. I am currently more active on my Instagram, so definitely go check me out over there where I post pictures of my cats and quotes from my Hades Persephone novel. I also am going to be posting some fun things from my new project, which is the screenplay. So once I get my ducks in a row for that, definitely check that out as well. And as always, thank you, Zara, for hosting and for inviting us on this fine, lovely Easter morning to come hang out with you.
Yes, thank you,
I
Zara.
loved having all of you. Jordan and Maddie's Instagrams are linked down below. Kelly's, everyone's YouTube channel is linked down below, but Kelly's Ko-fi page is linked down below where you can, I'll after this is over, I'll add her Instagram. But if you would like to,
My
drop a
Instagram
little tip to her,
yeah, my
Ko-fi page.
my Ko-fi page has my Instagram on it. All my socials are linked on my Ko-fi page because that's
Okay, so that's fine then.
yeah, that's primarily where I try to do updates.
Yeah. Again, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of 4, soon to be 5 novels. Tuesday, people. You can buy signed paperback copies from my Ko-fi page, which is down below. I very infrequently make videos about writing and musical theater on my channel, but every week I host writing sprints here at 9 a.m. on Sundays Eastern time, and then on Fridays at same time on Twitch, and now starting next week, the 15th. Starting on the 15th, I believe, or I can't do math, so that might be the wrong date. But the Tuesday of that week, I'll also be doing Tuesdays for the month of April for Camp NaNoWriMo. I hope everyone had a lot